All right, so here's a 3-day, 1-minute chart on Cool. I'm back in 5,000 shares, picked them up right in through here before it squeezed into the close. I mentioned in chat early on that I thought Cool would squeeze today into the close. That's because it's been getting a lot of media coverage, and the Zynga, IPO is picking up some traffic, and of course, I expect that that's going to lift Cool. I said that from the get-go on this one. I just timed my entry poorly. I happened to get in this one right when the CEO decided to unload 600,000 shares. And I don't care what anybody says, something like that is a catalyst for the stock to go down. Just like Zynga, is a catalyst for the stock to go up, and the Russell, and good earnings, and good future outlook. Those things are catalysts for the stock to go up. The CEO dropping 300,000 shares here, 200,000 shares here, and 100,000 shares here, obviously caused the stock to dip. It's very clear, and we, covered this gap right here. And today, there's all types of hype taking place that, drove the stock back up. And as much as it pains me to trade a stock that I lost $4,000 on, there's nothing better than making a quick couple of $1,000s back on it by timing your entry properly. So how did it all come to be? Well, obviously, I've been watching Cool, Glue, and Mad Catz, MCZ, for Moby and Ren, all those stocks for possible trade opportunities. And today I just missed my entry on Glue. I'll show you a 1-minute chart so you get a better idea of what I'm talking about. I threw it out in chat right here. I said I'd like Glue as long as it stays above 270. This was the actual moment that I put it out in chat. And some people asked me if I was looking at anything. I said yeah, because it's breaking the high of the day. So you can see this spike in through here. Large buy, short cover, probably a short cover, and the stock starts to gather some momentum on decent buying volume in through here. So this isn't just chump change. This is some money going into the stock, and probably not a short squeeze. So you see the money flow back into the company, and it breaks the high of day right here. And I said as long as it holds 470, as a quick trade opportunity, and if it moves away from you, you'll be all set. And you can see it kind of pulled back and actually stopped a couple of people out right at 469 before it took off. Now I had my order in at 470, and you can see how quickly it moved away from 470, and I didn't want to chase it at that point, figuring it would pull back to to this range again for me to get in, and unfortunately didn't. But anyways, that led me right into Cool. As soon as I saw this, I knew it was a great opportunity to trade Cool. I mean, this moved 50 cents in just a matter of hours, or it wasn't even a matter of hours. I mean, hell, it moved 50 cents from what time is it right there? So about 311 into the close. Now, if we check out the Cool chart, I immediately turned my attention. When I missed this one, I had 3,000 shares loaded at 470 is what I was trying to buy at. And it just jumped on me real quick. I was trying to buy on that reload candle, that 1-minute candle right here, and then it just took off, 5 cents. But based on the Glue chart and watching that in chat, I knew that Cool was going to move into the close. So it's just natural for the stock to go. Where Cool goes, Glue usually goes. The chart patterns are very similar. Um, and in and around when the catalysts are active. I shouldn't say the chart patterns are similar as the catalysts that drive these two stocks are similar. Obviously, they have earnings at different times and stuff like that. But, the Zynga hype is starting to flow back in. We've got articles on the Wall Street Journal. We're seeing articles pop up all over the place. And shorts don't like that. They know that it could lift the stock and they want to get out of their position. And momentum buyers like me and you, we're waiting for, the stock to obviously take off. So luckily, I was able to, drop it in right here. I grabbed 2,500 shares and threw it out in chat, and then I grabbed another 2,500 shares immediately when I started to see the volume increase. And then you can see, the large surge in volume that drove it up to 293. And, after hours, it traded from another 10 cents from 293 to 303, as you can see right here. It actually hit 305. So it'll open tomorrow morning pre-market around 303, and with any luck, it'll continue to force shorts out of their position. And the further it gets away from my entry, the longer I'll let this one ride because I really think it'll be back in the $4 range shortly. But again, my first entry was 320 because the earnings were great. The Zynga hype and the Russell I really thought would turn this stock off of the moving averages here. But the unknown was the Form 4 with the CEO dropping 300,000, 200,000, 100,000 shares there. I mean, look at the volume on that day. It did 1.8 million. He dropped, 300,000 shares. This day it did 1.46 million. He dropped 200,000 shares. And this day it did 1.35 million. He dropped 100,000 shares. I mean, that's a lot of the, activity in the form of him selling. Add that to the mix and it's just natural for it to dip. But I didn't know that. Nobody could have known that. And unfortunately, I paid the price and lost $4,000. Luckily, I'm up, 1,200 bucks on this position that I took in chat, and I know a lot of you decided to hold your position, and it's working out for all of us. So with any luck, we'll see this in the 320 range, button up against this resistance here. And once we get through that, it should move pretty freely above the moving averages. So hopefully Cool's back on track to make us some money. I'm in, like I said, with 5K shares at 278. Up, I'm sorry, I'm at 279. So I'm up, 24 cents right now. And, I'd like to make $1 per share on this one. And I think it's definitely possible in the short term. So we'll see how it goes. That's the breakdown on Cool. That's how I found the trade. Glue was definitely the catalyst that, turned me back on to taking a position in Cool because I missed my entry on Glue. All right, take it easy, guys.